Hello everyone! If I have sweat marks, I really don't want to watch this back and have like massive sweat stains. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Andrea and I'm very excited that you are here. I'm like, can't tell if I'm like hot or cold right now. I'm getting comfy. It's girl chat time. I feel like I don't make these kind of videos very often, but I actually really enjoy filming them, and I kind of want to make more of these videos, these like sit down one-to-one videos. I think they're so fun to make. I've been thinking about making this video for the past few months, but didn't know if I had all the information that I needed yet. But I decided to make my current like skincare routine and like how I've cleared my skin over the past multiple months, and I can always update it down the road, I guess. Skincare will forever be evolving for myself and everyone else, so just a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video that acne and skin problems are all very normal. Obviously everyone goes through some kind of skin journey, whether you have more acne or less acne or freckles or blackheads, whatever you got going on, like everything is normal. I know it can be a source of insecurity for some people, but if you're the type to have it not bother you, then that's totally fine too, and there's no reason to be insecure about it. We're all human, we all have spots and lumps and bumps and whatnot. It is what it is. I wanted to make this video because my skincare journey has definitely been a journey. Like, that's the only way to really describe it. I'm going to be talking about hormones and birth control methods and whatnot, and kind of my journey with that, because that is such a huge part of my skincare journey, or my skin journey just in general. Going back in time a little bit, I'm currently 24. Back when I was like the classic 15, 16-year-old, obviously I had that start of like breakouts across my face, and definitely all in my cheek area was where I would get most of my breakouts. I had seen a dermatologist for the first time, and I was started on a couple of topical medications. I think it was like clindamycin and Tazarac cream, I think was like the brand name of it. I barely remember it, but I'd used those creams and it helped a little bit, but they dried out my skin like crazy. My skin was like flaky and patchy because it was so dry, and that's so hard when you have acne, because then you want to moisturize, but then your skin gets oily and creates more acne. It was like this vicious cycle. So eventually I went on a birth control pill, and that really helped with my acne for like the tail end of high school. Like my junior and senior year, my skin was great. I had great skin. Like my birth control pill was helping with my skin, and I stayed with those topicals that I was using. I still really didn't have like a skincare routine or products that I stuck with. I basically just like rinsed my face with a bar of soap, and that was that. Really horrifying to think about now. I literally used a bar of soap in the shower to wash my face. Once I entered college, for some reason, my acne came roaring back. I don't know what it was, if it was like the stress of nursing school, or like people said like the water is different, like the water, like the chemical breakdown in the water was different. I went to a different state for school, so I don't know if the water was different there or my skin wasn't used to it. But my acne came right back, and it was bad. Like looking back at pictures, I think I was so busy, and you know, I had a great friend group and stuff, so I didn't necessarily notice it as much than I did in high school, I think. But looking back at pictures of myself in college, I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin was bad. But luckily by the end of college, I think I kind of got settled into my routine and whatnot, and my skin settled. And then I made my fatal mistake, and when I got out of college, I was determined to come off the pill. So I came off the pill and had an IUD placed, and this is when it all came back. Horrible acne, great skin. Horrible acne, great skin, like all over the place. All like cheekbone, chin, like all the places like that they say is based off of your hormones. Like that's where my acne was. Not only was it just an insecurity of mine, but it was like painful acne. I lasted off the pill for like 6 months and then went back on the pill, and my skin slowly kind of got better. But during that time of like my skin slowly getting better after coming off of the pill and getting the IUD, I really kind of revamped my skincare routine and my skincare habits, which is what I'm gonna get into today. I think like before this journey that I went on after college with my skin, my skincare mindset was just like very product based, and I was like, okay, I have a pimple, I need to put this product on, I need to use this and do that. But I think I've also really worked on changing my habits. So first, I'm gonna talk about the habits that I've changed and kind of the things that I'm doing differently now. And then I'll get into the products that I've been using and things that have actually helped my skin clear up so much. Let me pull up my list. I made a little listy. A lot of people have the mindset and the belief that acne isn't just based off of superficial things on your skin, but also like your full body and all the systems that are involved with your body. I've been trying to like adopt that mindset as well. A pimple doesn't mean that just that one area of your body is breaking out, but that your whole body kind of needs like a revamp. One of the things that I kind of noticed that corresponds with my skin is my stress levels, my anxiety, and my overall mental state. Literally, if I work like a really tough shift that caused a lot of stress or anxiety, I will go home that day and like feel a pimple brewing. Like stress is a huge cause of pimples, at least for myself, and I know for a lot of people out there. Managing my stress and anxiety has been a huge help with my skin. I've definitely been working on like journaling and stress management and kind of doing what I need to do for myself to kind of maintain my stress levels at a healthy amount. I also have been working really hard on my water intake. Water is such an important factor in skincare, and I do think it's super overlooked. I know I overlooked it for like years. Up until like a year and a half ago, I would only drink water like when I was thirsty. But then when I actually started tracking my water intake and my fluid intake, I realized I was drinking like the equivalent to what like a 9-year-old female needs in her system, which is terrifying. I was maybe drinking like 15 to 20 ounces of water a day, which now I'm drinking like over triple that. I think I've talked about this before in another video, but I use an app called Water Llama, and it is the best way, in my opinion, to track your hydration. So you can put in what you want your fluid goal to be. You also can put in your weight and your gender and your activity level, and it will calculate it for you. My goal is 70 ounces of water a day. So every day you're given a little animal that you need to fill up, and you can add whatever drink you have. It includes like alcoholic beverages, coffee, tea, water, soda, whatever you have, you just add it into your list and it fills up your little animal. And then it also like tracks what days you've been successful at meeting your goals. It's been so helpful for me, and I find myself actually drinking water, and I've definitely noticed a difference in my skin. Okay, the last habit that I've adopted before we get into my products is a very basic one, but something that I think a lot of people struggle with, and that is picking at your skin. I could whip out the tools that I have in this little dresser over here that I used to use to pick at my skin like crazy. I would get those magnifying mirrors that would show your face at like crazy degrees of zoom. Not zoom, magnification. I don't know what word I'm supposed to be using right now. And I would go to town picking at my skin, but it never helped. If anything, my skin only got worse whenever I picked at it. Yes, I would get a couple of pimples popped, but then they would come back even worse because I made it so angry. So kind of nipping that in the butt and not picking at my skin has been so hard. I find that if I have the urge to pick at my skin or a pimple, I just instantly go into like doing a face mask or something else to treat my skin without having to pick at it. Stop picking at your skin, it won't help. Okay, so now getting into the products that I've been using. Again, like I said, I was not good about having a skincare routine when I was younger, but I definitely have a good routine going now, which I'll show you at least like the highlights. I'm gonna show you guys not my full routine, but the products that I think actually have made a difference in my skin. These things are the real deal in my opinion. I will be honest and say that I do have a prescription acne medication that I do use every couple of days when my skin is flaring up, but I don't think my skin is only attributed to this one prescription topical medication that I use. I think it's a combination of all the things that I'm talking about today. The first product that I've been using for the past year that has helped so much is this collagen powder. This is the Vital Proteins Beauty Collagen Powder, and I actually had a coworker recommend this to me. I was saying to her how I really don't like so many protein powders that I've tried, but I'm looking for something that has multiple benefits for myself, and she recommended this, and I've been loving it ever since. So not only is this a protein powder, it has 14 grams of protein for every 2 scoops of this, but it also has probiotics and collagen in it. So there are 15 grams of collagen peptides in this, which help with like joint, nail, skin support, as well as skin hydration. There's also hyaluronic acid in this, which if you've ever heard of hyaluronic acid, it's also in like a serum that you could put directly on your skin, which is really great for hydration. This also has probiotics in it, which is super important for your digestive health. Like I was saying, trying to buy into the idea that acne isn't just a topical issue, but like could also be a gut issue, stress issue, all those other things. So working on my digestive health has been super important. Having probiotics in your system and taking them daily can help with like systemic inflammation, and then in tune help your skin. It basically helps to ensure that the bacteria in your belly is healthier, which in turn can help with your immunity, but also with your skin health. This is the lavender lemonade flavor, which actually is pretty good. Like I've drank this just with water and it wasn't too bad. Usually I'll add this to my fruit smoothies or like a lemonade mix if I'm having that. You could also put it in your tea. Fun fact that this is actually the protein powder that Jennifer Aniston uses, and that sold it for me. Going off of the probiotic thing, I also take daily vitamins, which I used to never do, but then a nurse that I worked with was like, you don't take vitamins, you should be taking vitamins. And I looked into it and started getting my vitamins from this company called Care, which personalizes your vitamins. You basically pick the things you want to work on, and one of the vitamins in here is a probiotic. Okay, jumping into the cleanser that I've been using recently. This has been my favorite cleanser recently. It is from Youth to the People, and it is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. I started off with this little trial sized one and I fell in love with it, and I got the big one. As you can see, I have used it quite a bit and need to get a new one pretty soon, but I have been loving this cleanser. It's super light on your face and doesn't leave that like residue that you feel on your skin, but it also creates a lather. I found that a lot of like natural skincare products, like cleanser wise, they don't have that lathering quality, which I feel like I need in order to have my skin feel clean. I need to have that suds on my face, and this has been amazing. I also love the smell of it. It smells almost like a healthy greens. It smells almost like spinach, and don't judge it until you smell it because it smells so good. It just smells like clean and fresh. I promise your face won't smell like spinach, but this cleanser is also vegan and cruelty free, and that's super important too. As far as serums go, I always was terrified of them because I thought that my skin was super oily, so I didn't want to add any extra oil or serum to it to make my skin more oily. But I've learned that if you aren't adding some kind of oil to your skin's gonna produce and create more oil. So I try to work on adding serums at night so that my daytime skin won't have as much oil production. That was a lot to say. If you've been watching any videos about skincare routines or how to clear your skin, this serum has definitely come up before because this stuff is incredible. This is from the brand The Ordinary, and this is the Niacinamide 10% with zinc. And this stuff is amazing. Not only has this helped out with like my blackheads and minimizing the pores around my nose, but also helps with acne scarring. So if you've had acne for like many years, you might notice as your acne goes away, you'll be left with still like the red marks of your acne. This stuff will help so well. I really don't have any acne scars on my face, and I really do think it's thanks to this product. I use this at night along with the same brand of their retinol for aging. I use these two serums at night and I swear by this stuff. Now getting into makeup removal, and this one is so not talked about enough, but how you remove your makeup I think really plays into your acne and how many flare-ups you're getting. I used to religiously use like just a cheap makeup wipe to remove my makeup. I thought it did the trick. It got the makeup off, done deal. But what I didn't realize at the time was that it was really irritating my skin. A lot of cheap makeup wipes have a lot of chemicals in it and can be pretty harsh on your skin. I stopped using makeup wipes multiple years ago and I have seriously never looked back since. I'm gonna show you guys the 2 things that I use to take my makeup off, and that's like all I use. Here she is. I got this as a gift a few years ago. Actually, it probably was more than a few years ago, and I have been using it ever since. I have this one, and I also have a travel size, like a little circle one. This is a makeup removing cloth. All you do is you get a little section of this wet and just gently rub your skin, and the makeup comes right off. The nice thing about these cloths are that you can rinse it off once you use it and get the majority of the makeup off. And then I put it in the laundry at least once a week and it's ready to go. So soft and gentle on your skin. No chemicals involved. Literally this cloth and water. That's what I use. If there are days that I have like a lot of makeup on my face, like eyeliner, mascara, my eyebrows are done, like lipstick, like the whole 10 yards, then I will add on some of this little serum first. This is from Earth Harbor and it is the Sunshine Dew Oil. I will just drip some of this on over my eyes and it kind of loosens everything up. So I'll put this on, loosen everything up, rinse my face, and then I'll use this cloth to get the remaining makeup off my face. So this is all I use for makeup removing now, and totally recommend getting away from the wipes if you can. Okay, my last 2 products are my 2 favorite skin masks that I use. I use these the most when my skin has a flare-up, or if I know I have like an event coming up and I want my skin to look super clear and bright. These are the 2 that I swear by. This is yet another product from The Ordinary. They seriously just know what they're doing with skincare in my opinion, and I trust them with my skin. This is the Salicylic Acid 2% mask. If you've ever heard of salicylic acid, that is a top ingredient in a lot of acne medications. You can get that over the counter as just a spot treatment at like CVS or Walgreens. This is in like a charcoal mask. I try to use this once a week on my skin, and I noticed like 2 days after I use this, my pores look super cleared out. I can't see any blackheads on my nose like I usually can, and my chin looks really clear, and all those little like white bumps. Your skin will feel so smooth after. I feel like it exfoliates your skin and clears out your pores all at once. It's incredible. This other one is the Detox Glacial Clay Mask, and this is from Nena. I have never looked at what their other products are, but this mask is incredible. It's like a green clay mask, and this stuff will show you exactly where your pores are when you put it on. Once it dries, you will see all the little holes on your face, but in my opinion, I love that because I know it's working into my skin. I find that this mask is a little gentler than this one. This one is definitely a little more hardcore, heavy duty, like will 100% get the job done. Tingle a little bit, but you'll know it's working. This one's a bit more gentle. I typically use this one more for like my spa nights and treating myself, but I do find that it works wonders for my pores too. All right, I think that's everything that I have for you guys. I just want to reiterate that acne is totally normal and not something that you need to be embarrassed or ashamed about. And I am such a firm believer that you are the one that notices your acne the most. Even if you go out and you feel like you have a giant pimple on your chin, I can almost promise you that no one is noticing it as much as you are. So remind yourself that if you have a pimple going on or your skin's looking funky, is that people are not focusing on it that much. And once again, if you are having skincare issues and you want professional help, definitely seek out a dermatologist or talk to your doctor about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I loved making this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!